Good morning, everyone. We can only imagine what damage the events in today's Gospels caused, especially to such a small town. And because of this event, the townspeople begged Jesus to depart from them, likely because his presence had cost many of them their livelihood. The 2,000 pigs, swine, that would have been a herd would have been probably the only source of income for that town. Imagine like Detroit and the car industry when it was first being started, and how that was its major source and comes and completely disappears. All of it kaput. And then immediately after, as soon as they recognize what it meant to have Christ nearby, to lose everything, they immediately ask him to leave, demand that he gets out. May we never fall into a place in our lives where we are telling Jesus to depart from us. I'm reminded of the many martyrs, especially in the early church, who were told their lives would be spared if only they would renounce Jesus Christ, if only they would step on the cross, if only they would swear allegiance to one of the approved gods of the state. The reason they're martyrs today is because they didn't. They kept strong, held strong to Jesus Christ until the very end, regardless of what it meant. If declaring ourselves to be Christians in some particular circumstance causes us to forfeit public office, lose our job, lose our friends, or even leads to losing out on some financial opportunity in some way, it's important that as Christians we embrace it. We accept whatever comes from loving God and loving Christ and putting him first. The easiest and most difficult thing in the world as Christians is to be Christians. It's easy to be a Christian. You just show up once in a while, you do your thing, you do all the obligations and go away. But it's also hard because of the demands and the cost of discipleship. Throughout the Gospels, we hear what it costs to be a disciple. We look to even just the first apostles and what it cost them, which was their very lives. So when we say that we're Christian, one of the things we have to be able and ready to do is to give everything for Christ. And that really is the hardest thing in the world, because like the town today in the gospel, it could mean giving up everything, our own livelihood. And if we're closer to him, actually, the closer you get to him, to Jesus Christ, the more he demands of us. My brothers and sisters, it is far better to be with Christ and have nothing than to have all the treasures in the world and to be without him. It's far better to lose an eye or to go into heaven maimed than go into the Gehenna fully formed